Good evening, Virgo Collective, and happy holidays. I put it out on the Broad Coven IG, which is at Broad Coven. What sign I should read for next with these wild card readings, and your sign took the lead. So I'm here to just give you a little holiday wild card read, see what's coming up for you. And happy holidays. I hope that you are enjoying the season and really just having an opportunity to drop in with the people you love and drink in the time of year, and all the good stuff that it brings. Sometimes people focus a lot on the commercialism, and there's other aspects to this season that are really quite lovely, like, seeing all the displays of lights in the neighborhood and just really enjoying the spiritedness of the children and how excited they get at this time of year. And so I feel like you're probably feeling a little nostalgic this holiday season, maybe even a little more so than you normally do. I feel like you've really had a lot of childhood stuff coming up for you and missing some people this year that you haven't really been able to drop in with for a long time, and also those who have passed on, and are no longer with us in this realm. But that's part of the beauty of this season, and the spirit of this season is that even the people that are no longer with us, they still live on in our hearts through the beautiful memories that we created with them. And try to kind of connect with that spirit as you move through the holidays, and think about that as you look around the dinner table and the people that you're sharing the holiday feast with, the people who are in your life, and really appreciate the blessing of their presence and have gratitude for that. I see that there's actually a lot of happiness with this Nine of Hearts, and a special wish fulfillment for you this holiday season. You're really in a place where things that you've envisioned for yourself are starting to happen. They're actually starting to come in for you. And I think there's going to be a very special moment under the mistletoe this year. Love is looking really good for you. This is very much a heart-centered card, but I see that there's some type of beautiful homecoming happening here, and it's all right in the center of you. It's in the center of your heart. There's this feeling that you're finally moving into a space of gratification where you no longer have to do without. Like, you're ready to let the good stuff in, and you're kind of tired of all the processing of the heaviness and everything that's sort of like weighed you down over I'd say I'm really getting like the past 5 years have been a lot of intense processing and integrative work for you. And now you're ready to just enjoy the fruits of your labor and get into a celebratory spirit and let the love in. And also where you've had rifts, woo! Uh-oh, missing card, gotta run and get it. Also where I should probably just hold these in my hand. I never learn, with the wind. A little bit of a gust of change, right? Change in your perspective, change in the way you viewed sort of like challenges that you've had with others, or maybe places where you've needed to do some forgiveness work and some release work. I think you're kind of really in a space where you're like, you know what, I'm in a place where I feel really good about myself. You're in that Nine of Diamonds energy, where you're in a place of personal prosperity, right? You've really cultivated a new reality for yourself, and you have a new view of yourself, and you feel a lot of self-satisfaction, right? So you're sort of in a generous spirit, and you're letting bygones be bygones. You're ready to focus on the good stuff and just kind of continue to build the vision that you have for yourself. And I think that that's excellent. We never can really control how other people treat us, how they view us, what they say about us. All we can do is sort of manage our own reactions and hopefully stay out of that place of being so impulsive and, taking things personally when people operate out of their lower natures, and instead move into that space of spiritual generosity, come into your heart and try to understand, like, why is this person being so difficult with me? Because these people are feeling their own sense of insecurity with this Five of Diamonds, their own sense of lack. And, maybe they're looking at you. Maybe you have some people around you that are a little bit envious, of the position you're in, of what you've built for yourself. And I would say, bless them, just wish them well, try to tap into your compassion. And I know that that's not always easy, but, I'm sure that there's times that you can remember in your life when you felt like that, where maybe you were looking outside of yourself and kind of comparing your experience to that of others and feeling like, why don't I have what they have? I deserve that too. And now it's kind of like the shoes on the other foot, right? And this really wanted to come out. Yeah, Seven of Swords energies, Seven of Spades, which is really about, times in the past where you felt like, I didn't get what was fair for me, and I've had to take a lot of losses, and there's ways that I felt that there wasn't an even exchange of energy, this give and take, this reciprocal flow with the Six of Diamonds, where you felt like you didn't have the support that you needed. So, pay it forward. Be evolved, Virgo. Don't react out of fear to difficult people and situations or things that activate you, things that trigger you. Instead, move into that spirit of generosity inside of yourself and tap into that place inside of you where you remember you felt like that once, where you had those insecurities when you're dealing with, difficult people. And, show them some goodwill, show them a little bit of your gregarious spirit, and it's amazing. It's amazing how when you kind of flip that script and you give those who are wounded in similar ways that you were wounded in the past that relief, the way that it can be really a full circle moment of healing and empowerment, not only for that individual, but for you as well. And I see that you're kind of tired. I mean, you've really had to be in a position of standing up for yourself and defending yourself with this Seven of Wands. Maybe you've seen things very differently than others have seen things, and that's been very frustrating for you at times because you just want people to see things from your perspective. And I think there's also a part of you that's always felt like, why is it everybody else's feelings are more important than mine, or what their needs are, or what they want? What about me? It's my time. And I would agree, it is your time, with that Nine of Diamonds. And then we have a beautiful, Nine of Hearts coming in for like wish fulfillment and satisfaction and just feeling really full and happy with life. So that's, that's all beautiful energy coming in. And nines are also about endings. So you're really at this important juncture in your life right now where you're not just like stepping into this new you, you got bigger shoes to fill now and you're ready to step into them, you're ready to kind of like chart your own course. And I see you also doing a lot of development of a new business enterprise. You have some ideas about how you want to earn your living and what direction you want to take a special project, or how you want to further develop your career, and you're sort of setting your sights on the future and making your plans now. And I see that this will be really successful for you. I think there's a lot of good stuff coming in for you. Looks like you're heading into a really positive time. So what I would say is like, let these ideas sort of sit, and germinate, and take time to rest and just sort of drink in your progress and how far you've come and everything that you have achieved, not just in your material reality, not just in your relationships, not not just in your ambitions, but also within yourself and your growth and this beautiful place you're in now, and move into more of this space of rather than trying to push the river, just opening up to trusting, trusting yourself that no matter what comes your way, you can handle it, and that you have the discernment now to know whether something's for you or not. Let things present themselves to you. Let the opportunities come in. You don't have to fight so hard, let things just naturally flow to you. Be open to it. And, keep your prayers up, talk to spirit, whatever spirit is to you, whether that is, talking to God or the goddess, or whether it's sitting and talking to a tree, or just to yourself, to that part of you that's wise and, has really gathered the medicine from all these experiences you've been through. You're coming to such a beautiful place of closure, with the past and things that have always habitually held you back. And you're really stepping into the new, and it's such a wonderful new beginning for you. But, give yourself the space and the time to sort of integrate as you are closing that final loop of this healing work that you've been doing. Give it a chance to really settle into your soul and integrate those experiences, so you can step into the new year just with totally clean, fresh energy. And also just enjoy a little downtime. You've been working so hard. Enjoy the beautiful things that are coming in for you with this holiday season. Enjoy the family togetherness, enjoy connecting with loved ones, and enjoy the love in your life, and just really drink in the way that you have arrived. It's interesting because I'm like waiting for another card to pop out here, but the cards aren't seeming to have much else to say. Is there anything else to say for Virgo here? Any other messages you have for Virgo? Whoop, here we go. Yeah, okay, we got 8 of Hearts. So it's really about, setting out on a new journey. You are finally in that place, and it took a long time to get there, where you realize your worth. And you're no longer willing to sort of settle for the half relationship, or, the okay job, or, well, this'll do, right? That whole this will do mentality. You're really ready to open up to something more meaningful, something that really speaks to your soul, and you're kind of charting your course in a new way. Whereas in the past, maybe you've been very practical, now I see you're moving more from your spirit, more from your heart center. And a lot of this has to do with, shedding the ways you felt like you needed to protect yourself in the past, like the ways that you needed to sort of hold on to your sense of security because you never really found others that you could connect with and that made you feel like you were really being held, like you were safe with these people, right? But you've created security for yourself with all this work that you've done. And you've also created, security for yourself practically in your life, with your job, with your finances, with your home. These are all things that you're building and strengthening right now. And it's very important to you. You want security. You're in that place in your life where you're ready to kind of take it easier and sort of settle in and have that feeling of home. I'm really feeling like home is very important for you, and it's not so much just about like the aesthetics of the home and what the home looks like and what location it's in. It's more feeling. It's that feeling of home, that feeling of belonging. And you're really putting an end, you're deading out any energy that makes you feel like you don't belong. You're putting a stop to that, and you're accepting the deaths, all right? And when I say accepting the deaths, I mean those life transitions. Like, it's okay, you know, sometimes people come into our lives for a certain amount of time and they're meant to wake something up in us. They're meant to teach us something, pass on a bit of medicine to us, offer us a lesson. Maybe it's some karma that we need to clear, you know, that we came into this life with, our spiritual lessons that we needed to, you know, integrate, so that we could kind of like, you know, move to the next level in our consciousness. So it's really about, you know, letting go of those things with grace, and not letting go of the things that no longer serve you with bitterness, but with a real sense of appreciation and gratitude. Because if it weren't for those experiences you had, you wouldn't be in the place you are now, where you're really like coming into yourself and you've like totally leveled up. And you haven't just leveled up, you know, on a spiritual level, on an emotional level, with your beliefs, your perspectives, the way you see yourself, the way you envision your future. It's like you finally can see that, you know what, I do deserve to be happy. I deserve to have a wonderful life. And I'm a fucking awesome human being, and I have something to offer, you know? And I deserve to be surrounded by people who make me feel welcome and who want me to be present. And I'm ready for more of that. And I'm ready to let go of anything that makes me feel like I have to make myself smaller to fit in, okay? It's just a really beautiful place you've been at. Yeah, you're just like shutting out all the noise, you know? You really took some time to silence all the opinions, all the advice, all the talk of the peanut gallery around you, and you looked instead within yourself, and you found your own center, you found your own peace, you found your own security, and from that you found something you could really stand on, which now it's okay. It's like you can let go of these things you've struggled with so much, because you now have a real deep understanding of why those things were in your life in the first place and what medicine they were offering you. And speaking of offers, you know, I see a beautiful love offer coming in for you. This is really about somebody extending their heart to you and saying, I really want to connect with you, you know, on a real level. And so this is a beautiful opening that comes in. I believe that's probably connected to that 9 of Hearts. And it brings everything that you've been looking for, okay? The 10 of Pentacles, this is a place of total arrival. It's the happy home. It's the happy family. It's financial abundance. So this is really just such a wonderful blessing coming in for you guys. And really, I hope you take the time to really drink in how much you've earned that, you know, by not running from the tough stuff, by not turning away from the discomfort of sitting with what were really, you know, painful memories, experiences, and just, you know, places in your own psychology that really needed an upgrade, because it wasn't really you. It was what had kind of been put on you, you know? And now you've taken back your power and you're defining your own reality. You know, you're putting the fear behind you. You're not being hounded by, you know, the past anymore. You're not holding on to the old shit. You don't feel anxious anymore, you know? You're really starting to feel strong and stable in yourself, and you are so ready for all of it. 10 of Hearts too. It's like the ultimate in love and fulfillment and happiness. So with that 10 of Hearts, the 9 of Hearts, the Knight of Hearts, you know, I don't know. You might even be wanting to level up in a relationship with somebody. Some Virgos out there may be popping the question, or they might receive a proposal. It's just something that's kind of coming in. And I just want to see if there's anything else here. Cut the deck. Any Anything? Oh, yeah. You know, there's a saying, when love is no longer being served, get up from the table. And I see that that's what you've been doing. Anywhere where you have not been served in your life, not just romantically, but in all areas of your life, within your friendships, at your workplace, the ways that you've seen yourself, whatever wasn't really reciprocating back to you, you got up from that table. And the moment you got up from that table, you totally changed the whole trajectory of your future. And I just want to say, Virgo Nation, I'm so proud of you guys, because that's a big moment of becoming. And I see that all that work is paying off for you, because what's coming in for you this holiday season is you got a seat at that table. And what a feast it will be. It will be a feast of abundance and love and family, togetherness, security, all those things that you've been dreaming of, and all those things that you built yourself through doing the work. So really celebrate all of it, drink it in, you enjoy it, you deserve it, okay? And you have a very happy holiday.